Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, our third live stream of the day, guys. Hard work is the dream work, you get me? We're here, no excuses, doing content, making content for you lovely, incredible people in the chat. Make sure you guys are all slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Today, there are so many topics to talk about. Today, both Manchester clubs have sunk. They both stink in it. City drew to Palace. United lost to Forest at home. And we're here to talk whether Chelsea are in a title race. Are they going to drop points to Spurs tomorrow? We're going to be talking about Arsenal. Are they going to drop points to their former player, aka Emil Smith Rowe dagger to the hearts of the Arsenal frauds tomorrow, inshallah. Matisse, first of all, can you say hi first? Hi Hussam, big up the Don Hussam audience. Make sure you guys are liking, make sure you guys are subscribing. Say something. You just come up here with the fucking eye emoji. Just come up here with the eye emoji. You see, I have a conspiracy. All the Chelsea content creators are in a Discord group chat. And anytime someone mentions Chelsea, the frauds like SkullX and others just drop in the Discord. Yo, Lewis, yo, Matisse, Sam's talking about Chelsea. You're all a bunch of frauds and your games don't work on me. Anyway, speaking of frauds, Arsenal fan in the building. You get me? I absolutely love working with this guy. Unfortunately, he's never free because he's a celebrity a little bit now. But I absolutely love working with him. And he owns Jacob. Man like TJ is in the building. How you doing, TJ, man?
I live rent-free in United Spurs of America's head. It's okay. I haven't paid rent in over 2 years here. The heat doesn't work, but it's okay. It's free. How can you bulk it free? But I appreciate that intro. Thank you so much, Hussam. We have plenty to talk about. We got to talk about these Chelsea frauds that are now being fraudulent like you and saying that they're the leopard in the tree. They're the leopard in the tree now, Hussam, not you. They are. So yeah, hopefully Marshall, I know he's backstage. Hopefully he talks with some chess. Who did I talk with? I talked with Charlie yesterday, the Chelsea fan, and he was saying that they're not in the title race. But I'm wondering if Marshall's going to talk with some chess, since he was dropping into my WhatsApp saying, "Yo, TJ, we're ahead of you on goal difference." I go, okay. It's also December 7th. So big up the chat. Big up Hussam. Let's get into this. I've been looking forward to this all day. Let's do it.
I'm looking forward to this as well. This is going to be a great show. We've got 2 Chelsea reps on the stream. One, because he just knows ball and he's been talking. He knows how to talk about any club, and he saved us because he joined the stream literally 5 minutes before. And the other because he has a soundboard. And I love working with him as well. Marshall and Andrew are in the building. How are you guys doing?
Big up Surfer, my guy.
First of all, TJ, you fraud. We are not the leopard in the tree. We are the lion in the bush.
No, we're not. We're not. We're the meerkats. I told you, it's billionaire meerkats.
We're blue lions. It's in our logo.
One lion
we are
in the
lion
jungle.
in the bush.
No.
There is only one lion in the jungle. Marshall, in case you're unaware, because you don't watch National Geographic because you're a fraud, the lion is Man City. You know who the lion is? The team that won 5 out of the last 6 league titles. That's the lion.
Aren't the City supposed to be the Sharks?
You won the last league title with Antonio Conte. He's managed 4 clubs ever since, and you're telling me you're a lion.
I mean,
we're the meerkats. I told you.
Sometimes
we're going to destabilize that tree.
Yeah, they look. They've been looking like lambs lately.
Just look up. We're just looking about.
To speak to Bell, maybe we need to add someone to this to the thumbnail, the original.
Okay.
Are we supposed to be? Is Arsenal supposed to be like a hyena there? I never really got
Yeah, because you chat.
Okay, TJ, one thing you have to admit, as an honest man of integrity, your fan base is the loudest. So don't you dare deny.
100%. Oh yeah, no, exactly. I don't deny that at all.
Hence, you're the hyenas.
It's so ridiculous.
I feel like this.
AI needs to be stopped. AI needs.
Listen, this season I'm just going on a journey of just animal analogies. It's just insane, to be honest with you. You get me? The leopard is here. I have so many of these videos as well. Joining us next on the channel, he got the draw away at Palace. I love working with this guy, but he's always busy during the week, obviously because he has work and stuff like that. True City fan is in the building, shameless as they come. Man, like Patrick is in the building. How you doing, Patrick, brother?
I'm good, man. The shamelessness is done. My chest is gone these days. I don't have chest these days. I walk into a room, I don't talk a lot anymore because what can I say? It's tough. And you know what? People are I've been on a few streams before we start. This is just my intro. This is going to be about Kyle Walker, and people can sue me. City fans, you can cry. I hate the guy. So yeah, let's keep going. I hate Kyle Walker. What did this?
Fairs. And I have to say something. Listen, no United fan was free. You get me? Not a single one.
They had some type of meeting.
I messaged about
they're having
no
they're having
exaggeration. Let me just say
therapy
this:
sessions.
no exaggeration. I messaged about 15 United fans. Not a single one of them was free. Everyone was busy. You get me? But there's a guy who's supposed to be on Ahwa tomorrow who's turned up, who's shown up a day before to speak about his
The brave
club.
one.
Ahmed is in the building. How are you doing, Ahmed? Habibi?
What are you saying, people? What are you saying? See, also, what
Well,
can you say, Hassan? I'm Mr. Consistent, bro. I'm
How's that
Mr.
Amaram era working out
If
for
you stick
you?
your head out of a window or something.
Availability.
I wasn't
bro.
on Amaram, man. These players are shit. Those players are garbage.
See what
We
I
said-
done
We
about
told
the
them,
long
Jacob,
sound effects?
but they got hype.
Is
I'm
Diallo
not
still,
Jacob, but try again.
is
Listen, I do
Diallo
this
still
all the
better than
time, just
Saka?
get used to
Yeah, that's still facts, by the way. That's still facts.
TJ.
That's done. What's everyone saying?
Hey guys, we'll get to it now. Let's just start. Listen, we have 550 people in here. We haven't even started yet. Let's just get the likes up. Every single one of you guys watching us right now, please do hit the like button. Do subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. Every single one of you guys right now, please hit the like button and subscribe. Also, all these guys' channels in the description. TJ Warren TV, Casual AFC, a True City fan, AA United TV, and also Clovis's channel is in the description. He was the United fan supposed to be here, but his daughter is in the hospital, so please do pray for his daughter and his family. So, Ahmed, Man United, lost at home today to Nottingham Forest. Talk to me, brother. What happened?
Yeah, obviously we lost 3-2. And the goals that we conceded is actually so stupid as well when you actually look at every single one, because they were so easily prevented. You can easily prevent it. And they were very, very silly mistakes. It's not like they've carved us open and absolutely played us off the park here in terms of that, because we also created some decent chances. What I'm saying is that when you look at the first goal we conceded in the second minute, the corner, if you look at Lisandro Martinez, yeah, that's his man. He didn't even attempt to jump. Do you understand? Yeah, that was a poor header to be
He
conceded.
did, he's just too short.
No, but listen, I swear. But you know what's mad, yeah, Hussam? Yeah, I swear to God, you know, I'm getting PTSD from corners now. I'm sick of corners, yeah. I'm sick.
Just
I
about
am
to say.
sick.
Kinda.
I'm sick and tired, yeah.
Arsenal did
Every
you dirty.
opposition that I'm gonna face now, I'm getting anxiety, yeah, from corners, yeah. I'm a 24-year-old man. I shouldn't be stressed this much. Do you understand?
Are you
should-
okay now? Because Sam's
listen,
put you in
I'm
the
good,
corner
man.
of his screen. Are you okay now?
Listen. Sandro Martinez, yeah. Listen, bro, that guy needs to eat some chicken, yeah, and get some protein, because I don't know what his defender was. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing, yeah. And even there was another goal where there was another goal, yeah. Chris Wood or whatever his name is, yeah. He literally headed it, and then
Chris
Lisandro
Wood, yeah.
was standing still.
Whatever
He
his
was
name
literally
is, he's
standing
third
still.
in
I
the
don't know
league
what he
in
was
goals,
doing.
man.
He is Chris Wood. Its name is
That's
Chris
Chris
Wood.
Wood.
Yeah,
You know
I
he's a
don't know
Man
what he
City
was
fan,
doing.
don't you? You know he's a City fan.
Third in the
He's a
league in
City
goals,
fan.
man. He's
Wait,
crazy.
so
Guys,
That
you're
guy is a City fan.
pressing Ahmed like the city midfield was pressed today. Let the guy breathe.
yeah,
Go ahead.
listen. Bro, I'm gonna Iniesta this, bro. I'm press resistant, yeah. Like I said.
Wow, my days.
Bro, and the goal that we conceded, the what's it called, where Onana was moving like a mannequin, yeah, that one was also from Bruno's mistake as well for giving it away. Oh, but I don't know what he was doing, by the way. I don't know what he was doing. It was straight at him. I thought it was a deflection. I was about to give him the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, he's been very good this season, and he does that. Yeah, so. Yeah, in terms of in possession, Bruno, I know he scored the goal. I was having a conversation with Mo about this year, and they said, oh, he scored a goal. Wallahi, this guy is shit, bro. Yeah, he's rubbish, man, Bruno Fernandes. This guy in possession is a liability. Every single time we try to build from the attack, he either loses it, he tries to long ball it, or he loses it in situations where you're like, oh my days, there's not much we can do. Now, De Ligt didn't have a good game. I don't actually think Lisandro Martinez is going to work in a back three. In a back three, I don't think it's going to work long term, because I think he subbed off De Ligt and then he brought in Maguire. I'm going to talk about Kobe. Kobe was getting cooked on Twitter, saying he wasn't good. I don't think Kobe was. I thought Kobe was quite poor for his standards, but I don't think him playing in the 8 position is suitable for his qualities. Like, I think his qualities are a lot better if you play him further up the pitch, because all of his strengths are driving with the ball, dribbling. He's got a good strike on him as well. So if you put him in a team where you expect him to be like a Caicedo, it's not going to happen. He's a completely different profile to Caicedo, especially when you've got Ugarte next to him, who's going to run around and press. You need someone to cover for Ugarte's when he's leaving huge gaps, and Kobe's not going to do that. He's not quick off the ground. He's not like a Kante in it. Now the attackers, Garnacho. Oh my days. I swear to you, by the way, you know Malaga, the team, Malaga's B team. Wallahi, he should go there. He should go to Malaga, yeah. This guy is I'm going to say this, I'm no exaggeration. He's the worst academy player I've ever seen in my life. The worst academy player that I've witnessed. He's the worst one, Garnacho. I don't care if he's 20 or 21 or 22. I'm looking at Musiala, who's in his 20s. I'm looking at Palmer, who's in his 20s. I'm looking at other players here who are on his 20s and on the balling out.
Yamal is 17. Yamal is 17.
Yeah. Yamal is 17 and he's doing things on it. Bro, even I saw Wayne Rooney. I saw Ronaldo as well. I've seen players that are playing at a high level. Do you think you want me to give Garnacho the benefit of the doubt? This guy can't control a football. And he was diving as well all over the pitch. So he was awful. Højlund, apart from the tap-in he scored, wasn't good enough. Yeah. Ahmed, I thought Ahmed was all right, to be honest. Like, he created the goal, which is fair enough, and good decision-making to give it to Bruno. But I think long-term, I want to see Diallo. Like, I think he's only playing as a wing-back in the meantime, yeah. But I think he did as much as he can. Like, he skipped past a few players. You know, he created the goal for Bruno. I thought his shooting today was a bit off. He could have improved his shooting. Like, could have had some decent chances there. But I can't really blame the manager in terms of how we played, because it's not like he's backed away from his system. I think his system is evident. It's just a lack of quality from the players that we have in the team. Do you get it? Because there's a lot of people that are complaining about not getting the results. But I'm not saying I enjoy losing, but let's say if we were scraping these results and we were getting wins, and then next season we have the same problem, then we're back to square one. So do you understand? So I'm not, like I said, I don't want people to interpret this the wrong way. I'm not happy we're losing. I'm fuming. I'm pissed here. But I'm happy that Amorim he knows, like, he subbed off Bruno, which was a good sign. Subbed off De Ligt, who wasn't having a good game. Subbed off Garnacho. He's proactive, yeah. So he's identifying the problem. And this, again, it's not his team. He's just trying to figure it out. It's his 4th game. We lost 3 points. But then again, though, this season, yeah, is essentially a write-off for United. There's nothing to play for, barring the Europa League. The minute we kept Ten Hag, it's been a write-off, because, like, what can we achieve? Top 4 is not going to be available. We can't get top 4 because there's other teams that are much stronger than us, and Europa League is our only chance on a success. So, like I said, awful result. Manager knows what he's doing, but certain players are going to get exposed. And yeah, bro.
There's 2 examples that proves that Ahmed is right. I'll give you the 2 examples. Yeah. Number 1, from his own club, Ten Hag. First 2 games of the Ten Hag career, I always mention this because I always cook these frauds, specifically flawless. The 2 games of his career, first 2 games, he lost to Brentford and he lost to Brighton. You guys remember these first 2 games.
Yeah.
And as soon as he lost both games, because he didn't stuck to his morals and his principles and his football ideology, next game he played defense football, got a result. Yeah. But in the long term, it hurt them more than it actually did good for them. And the other example is Manchester City. This season, Patrick called out his club after a win. Patrick came on the football terrace after City won a game of football and said, yeah, we're shit. And then City proceeded to win games after that, like a Brentford, like a Fulham, with the shittest performances you can see from a team winning, because Brentford should have won the game. Fulham, Adama Traore missed 2 one-on-ones. Jimenez hit the post twice. They could have lost those games. Yeah, so those results started covering the cracks of the actual performances. The thing is, as much as I will banter Man United because I'm a Liverpool fan. I'm born for this. But the truth of the matter is, today, it's 90% individual errors. And for me, all 3 centre-backs played like dog shit. Bruno and Garnacho played like dog shit. Those are the 5 reasons for me why United lost at home today.
Yeah.
And Lenny Yoro on his Premier League debut just did not play like to a Madrid wanting him level or like anything like that. I expected him to be a lot more aggressive, and he wasn't aggressive.
He wasn't good.
Every
He came back from a long injury as well, to be fair.
Yeah, but
So,
still, every time Hudson-Odoi ran at him, he's just kind of like watching, like he's
yeah,
just like wants to hug the football. Habibi, tackle. It's okay to
I just
tackle.
don't. I,
you know?
I just don't think he doesn't look to the pace
That
yet.
sharp.
That's all.
Yeah,
like
yeah, for
even
sure.
even
I'll
even
count him
even
as
against
Zach.
Arsenal, he did play a couple. He did play a couple of good balls or good positionally against Trossard to finish up the game, but he just doesn't look on pace yet. You got to give him time. I think the kid is talented. You just got to give him some time. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, I think these last two results may have, well, maybe not the last two, but I think this may have just like opened everyone's eyes up even more. How truly Amorim has probably the biggest
A lot
job
of
in
work
the
ahead of
Premier
him.
League.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Turn
A
this-
lot of work.
this around.
You could tell
A lot,
from the
because-
first game. He's
because-
just put his head down like, oh.
Yeah, it's. I would be. You know,
Feel bad for
you
the
know what
guy.
I looked at?
Mhm.
I looked at them second half, and they looked like joggers at the end of a marathon race that just about crossed the line in the London Marathon. Your fitness is absolutely rubbish. Do you know what I mean? Your fitness is. I mean, you guys were huffing and puffing. Diallo went past their left back several times, and several times he put the ball into. He didn't look up, but he put the ball into the box, and no one was there. No one was in the box trying to. They couldn't because they couldn't reach it.
Yeah,
They were too
did
tired.
that, I counted at least 3
They were
times.
too tired.
Played a
And I
perfect
just-
pass and ball there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think Amarin's gonna that jet black hair. That's gonna be a different color.
I can't. You know what? I can't wait. I don't know about the
It's
panel,
gonna
but I can't wait for City versus United. It's going to be both stinky teams and both.
Give me the
mid off.
Can you just imagine? It's just going to be so the other team has a slow defense. No, a slow midfield. We've got a 34-year-old right back. It's just going to be the middle of the season. I'm telling you, it's going to be funny. This is the first time City
That's gonna be.
it's balanced.
That picture is going to be the.
It's a balance now.
a
It's
mid
balance.
derby, you know.
But that picture is going to be the Mike Tyson Paul fight of football. That's what it's going to be, man. It's going to be like Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul.
What other guy he fought? What does the other guy?
I'm telling you right now.
What was the other guy?
City is Mike
The old guy he
Tyson.
fought. Remember Mike Tyson fought? He fought somebody's age. The other guy. What
Yes,
was the
Mike
other guy?
Tyson, but old as hell. You know that's City. Right?
Gundogan.
Hey, you know what's funny about that game?
That's
That game is
crazy.
gonna be so shit. It's gonna be brilliant.
Yeah,
Watch this
I think
space.
so.
Everybody
you
will
know
be
what?
watching it.
Really
The amount of goals.
played
Who's
well.
the amount of goals that are going to be conceded in that game? It's going to be
100%.
silly. It's going to be.
And
silly.
also, I was going to say one thing as well. You know, with Man United, there's loads of people
Rival.
loads of people are making the comparison, like, oh, why is Amorim not doing, like, for example, what Maresca's doing at Chelsea? Look how Maresca turned it around. The thing is, with Maresca, if you look at the team that he inherited off Pochettino,
Two buses.
yeah, if you look at that team that he inherited off Poch, there's a lot more players in that team that fit Maresca's type of football.
He has about 1,000 players, so there, a couple of them have to fit.
That's what I'm saying. So with Man United,
24.
because I was hearing like,
There's two Chelsea reps here. Not every fuck Chelsea joke. You're both gonna just sit up here and just wanna punch.
It's not 40 players. It's
He's
20.
here
It's a
alone.
squad of 24.
Nah, Chelsea
have
are
40. It's 40.
Hey, wouldn't you? Hey, wouldn't you guys like
true,
some
you have
extra
about
players
7
right now?
players.
during
Yeah.
this season,
I would.
wouldn't you?
You'd love
Oh,
some extra
100.
players right now.
Oh, I've got 100.
Yeah, I take. Do you
Yeah,
guys have any
yeah.
left backs? I'll take a left back.
No, but with Chelsea,
Chilwell.
like,
Yeah, you got
obviously Chelsea
Chilwell. Yeah, Chilwell.
Never mind.
I'm taking Chilwell right now. Send him to the Etihad. I'm
Chilwell.
taking Chilwell right now. I'm serious. I'm taking.
Days.
You know that guy?
believe you just said that.
Wait. Do you remember that guy you got from Leicester City? What's his name? D, whatever his name is. Please send him. Please send that guy. What's that guy?
Dewsbury Hall.
Dewsbury Hall.
Yes,
But
please
Dewsbury
send him.
Hall? Yeah, you
Send
can
him.
have him.
Please send him.
You can
We'll
have
work
him.
with him.
Dewsbury Hall at Man City.
Yes.
Send him Mudryk.
Yes,
Yes,
in that midfield.
Yeah, we'll give you
Send you
Mudryk.
Mudryk.
Dewsbury Hall.
No, Mudrik,
give
no,
me
let's
Mudryk
not
if
get
you
it. No, let's not get excited.
Oh, you got. Sorry, you got a line. Sorry, you got a line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's not go ahead. The line is
So,
But I
Ahmed,
think-
how does Amarim solve this mess right here? Like, where do we go from here, Habibi?
Yeah. What I think what Amarim needs to do here,
Patience and grace.
I think what Amarim needs to do is that, Khalas, you've started Garnacho, sit him on the bench for the rest of the season. Yeah, I don't want to see that guy starting here because I'm getting, bro. I swear to God, yeah. You know, the more I watch Garnacho, yeah. No, but this needs to be said. The more I watch Garnacho, wallahi, he gives me inspiration in becoming a football player. I'm telling you, I feel like I can become a football player. Yeah,
Watch
this
him
guy's
dunk
ass
on
cheeks.
City. Watch him dunk on City.
So
He
what
likes
he
to-
needs to do as well is that stick to the. Oh, bro, I sound like Ten Hag. A'udhu billah. Stick to his plan. Yeah. Stick to the plan. Yeah, stick to your principles. Carry on playing the football you want to play, but stop starting Garnacho and stop starting. Forget about Rashford as well because the only reason
Who
why.
should he start? Who I didn't ask you this on the other channel.
Go
Who
on,
should
go on.
he start as wingers? Like, what's your attack? What's your front three?
Who should start? You know what? Yeah, with the players that we have currently, I would actually just do a front three of Ahmad, Xerxes, and Mount. I would just do that.
And who?
And Mount.
Oh,
Because
Mason Mount.
Yeah, I don't rate Mount by the way, but I'm just saying with the options that we have, I don't rate
Mason
Mason Mount.
Amarim does. That's
No,
the
but
thing.
that's
Like,
fine. No, but the thing is, yeah, if he fits the system, that's fine. But what I'm saying here is that with Mason Mount, he's dead, but at least he can, he'll do the pressing, he'll press the life out of you. He's not dopey like Garnacho, and he's not
Off the ball work. Yeah,
Ahmed.
hard work tax. That's
Yeah,
what
but
it is.
Andrew and Marshall, look at his all other options, Rashford and Garnacho. You'd
Exactly,
say
by
Mount
the
as
way.
well. Let's be
no,
real.
but,
Exactly.
no, but hold on. Like today's game, for example,
Actually, all play Kobe
the
in the
attack
10,
wasn't
by
the
way.
issue. Like in today's, like here's the thing: since Amarim's come in, you guys have actually been scoring goals. I think
we have.
Amarim scored twice the amount of goals that Ten Hag scored in his tenure, like so far this season. So I don't think, like, I understand, Garnacho and Rashford aren't good enough to be at United, but you guys are scoring goals and you're creating
Except against
chances.
Arsenal.
Except against Arsenal. But in this game, for example, like defensively, holy crap, you guys were shambolic. And also, like, there's a little bit of the midfield there. But you mentioned something that I think is a little misleading, is that apparently you were saying Chelsea and the way we have our squad built, like we have a squad that's works more towards a Maresca system. I don't think it's so much that. I think there is some solidity to that. But I think part of it's also that Maresca knows how to adapt players or at least coach them into playing in positions that they normally, like Cole Palmer as a 10. We didn't really expect that this season. We thought he was a right winger, but he's adapted into that 10 position. Then we look at, for example, who else can I put into, like Caicedo and the right back and inverting, or even other players this season that have been inverting and so on and so forth. Like, I think Maresca, what he's done is found how to benefit a profile of player into his system and how to adapt it. And for Amarim, for example, I think he's fully capable of doing it. I think he's doing that right now with your attack.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to ask you, Ahmed, I think Amarim's going to have his favorites, right?
Yeah.
And right now it's looking like Garnacho might be one of those players. I know it's too soon to say this, but how much tolerance do you have before you start looking at the manager funny and being like, okay, we're not, I'm not saying Amaral yet, but
that question, Marshall.
but listen, Hussam, ever since he's come in, he's been
He
starting
hasn't even had
Garnacho,
the
who we
transfer
all
window
know.
yet, Marshall.
Garnacho
but
isn't good.
Hang on,
and he's been starting
they called him on Twitter. Hang on, on some Twitter they called him Ruben Interim. That's what they called him.
I'm just saying, we know the United fans, like some of them. I'm not saying, Ahmed's this way, but like they're not the most patient fan out there. And with this manager, if he's continuing to play these Mason Mounts, if he's playing the Mason Mount, persisting with him,
kettle black right there, talking about
persisting with Bruno, persisting with
Chelsea fans are going to be patient
what it is
with Pochettino is wild.
Yeah.
You know what it is though? with
We were
Garnacho-
more than patient with Pochettino. Right, we were more than.
Yeah, and you were
Yeah,
more than
yeah.
patient with Potter, and you were more than
This
patient
this
with Conte
this
and
guy would have
I am
had
not a clown.
Pochettino.
and Di Matteo, who won you your first Champions League, and Ancelotti, who you sacked in the tunnel, and you were very.
Tuchel should have never been sacked.
New era. New
I
era.
was wild.
listen. I agree with you. But Ancelotti, I agree. Listen,
No, Chelsea fans can't talk about patience with managers. You guys have shipped
Yeah, I
managers.
can't lie to you.
Yeah.
No,
So
but the thing is-
I was gonna ask Ahmed a question. Oh, well, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
go.
No, what the biggest thing that I see, the biggest problem is that he did not have an off season. He's had 3 weeks with the team.
Yeah.
Like it's going to take him a while to figure out what players actually fit into the system and what players need to be cleaned out. I mean, I look at your club right now and I'm looking at 7 or 8 players that probably need to be cleared out over the summer.
Seven.
Yes, 7.
There's a lot.
And there's a lot that don't fit his system. I mean, if you look at the back line, he plays a back 3. None of those players, aside from,
Euro.
I'll go ahead and say Mazraoui and Euro, I would keep, to be honest with you,
Mm.
to fit in that
You
system.
didn't keep delete. You didn't keep delete.
So my question,
This is
no.
good.
Delict was mediocre today at best. So my
He
question,
didn't have a
He
good
was
game
pretty
today.
bad today.
He was awful on the ball
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Like,
So exactly. So my question to
Just
you
have some
is like,
patience.
where would you prioritize? Because I think you guys need to focus on 10s. You definitely need to focus on your back line and possibly try to get in another number 9. I mean, Gyökeres is on his radar. Like, where would you focus first?
I would actually focus here on wing backs. That's where I think we should be focusing.
Interesting.
Because,
Okay.
Because you know what it is, yeah? I'm a huge Ahmed fan, innit? Everyone knows it pretty much. I'm a huge Ahmed fan. And I think Ahmed Diallo, so far. Ahmed Diallo. So
Is it because you've got a similar name?
listen, bro. Listen, I've got,
I'm joking. Like,
you know what? Yeah, that makes me. That's even more of a reason why I like him. You know,
Ahmad, let's go.
I just saw the opportunity. Go on, guys.
No, it's cool. With Diallo, yeah, like so far under Amorim, yeah, we know that he's not been playing under Ten Hag much often. Now he's played under Amorim, sorry, plenty of times. He's been our best attacker, if not our best player. And I think, yeah, as a wing back, he's been very good as a wing back. However, I feel like he's only playing him there because of the lack of options he has, and I want to see him further up, because if you see Ahmed Diallo like a lot further up, for example, like today when he skipped past the players, he's a lot more dangerous when the net is closer to him. Like, I know he's good at pressing and he can nick the ball off you, but that's where I want us to prioritize the wing backs, because Dallo, I love Dallo. I think he put in some decent crosses here, but I think he's more of a fullback than he is as a wing back. I think we need natural wing backs playing on both sides because they can create for us as well. And we don't really have to rely on the 2 holding midfielders, because you can play
Malacia, whatever his name is. Is it Malacia?
Yeah, Malacia, but
Malacia.
Malacia. But the thing is with him, is that he's been out for like 2 seasons almost, or like a season.
Yes, we can't play him 2 games in a row.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I would prioritize that
He
option.
already locked up Saka last game.
He played very well against Saka. Yeah.
Yeah, Malacia is a good player. I do like him, but it's just his fitness. And I would prioritize wing backs, and also I want a midfielder next to Ugarte as well, a ball playing midfielder who can.
Ugarte was decent today. He wasn't
He was
bad
good.
at all.
What happened to
I'm saying next to Ugarte.
You don't trust Manu next to Ugarte?
Kobe?
Menu's not an 8.
Generational talent.
Yeah, Manu need to be one of the 10s in this.
Facts, because you know Manu, but people misprofile him. You know he's not like what's the. You know he's not like Caicedo or Kante. Like, you know how
People think he's a box to box.
Yeah, but he can't defend though.
You know which player out of all of our clubs has the most similar player to Manu? McAllister. That's the most that's Manu right there. He has all the fundamentals of football. That's basically what I mean. Like, he can defend, he can attack, he can pass, he can blah blah blah, but he doesn't have PNP where it's like run around and shit. Like, he has high work rate, but that doesn't mean he's gonna if you bring in a fast Onana from Aston Villa would beat him for pace.
He's a low budget Gundogan when Gundogan was in his prime. You know, Gundogan.
Yes, he is not a low budget Gundogan. He's a younger Gundogan.
I'm sorry.
Listen, my guy Kobe, by the way. Listen, Kobe, you know what it is? I'm not worried at the 2 number 10s. Yeah, I'm not saying like I don't mind us buying another number 10, but you can actually just play Ahmad there, Kobe there, Xerxes there. We've got options to play in that number 10. The striker position, I would Gyökeres or someone like that. That's fine. But wing backs is more of a priority, and also centre backs. I don't think I think long term, Lissandra, like I like Lissandra, but I don't think in a back three. I'm telling you, because you have to defend the wide spaces, because there's going to be a lot of corners as well. And like, I think he's good on the ball, yeah, but long term, I think he will lack. And Delit, I don't think he had a good game, man. I don't think he was good. He was really bad on the ball.
I think Delete should stay. I think that's a good.
Delit can stay, that's fine, but we still need 2 new centre backs and wing backs. So I would say that's where we need to prioritize.
Ahmed, let me ruin your mood a little bit. Your next 7 games: City at the Etihad,
Draw.
Spurs away in the cup, Bournemouth at home that beat you 3-0 last year, Wolves away, Newcastle at home, Anfield, Emirates. Where is Amarim first win coming, brother?
City.
Make dua, innit? Make dua, man. But banter aside, honestly, yeah, against Tottenham, I'm not worried about Tottenham. Tottenham is, they're. Say that again.
I'm just.
That's just the sound effect from the current.
Oh, okay. I thought I was bugging out. Yeah.
I wouldn't be worried
I thought I
about
was
him.
bugging out when you said you weren't worried about
him.
Tottenham.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be worried about him. Also, Tottenham against the back 5. No, I don't.
I'm not too worried about Tottenham. Man City, despite them being not good, they had 1 win in 9 games. Yeah, I don't know. That could be us. We'll probably lose that game. Who knows? Yeah.
Are you sure? Because I'm looking
Let's
at you.
go play underdog,
Your midfield might
That's
be
got a big fat stinky 1-1 draw next week. That's good.
Listen. But with the other games, the Wolves and the Bournemouth, we should be winning those games. But the next fixtures, yeah,
they're just like
listen. Other than Chelsea, everyone's been receiving the cherry treatment. I'm just saying, be careful with Bournemouth.
Be careful.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair.
Cherry treatment is crazy.
That's scary.
What did you think
They
we
are
said?
scary. That's scary. Have you seen their attack? When they attack you, the counters they have.
They are scary. I ain't gonna lie.
Bournemouth is a scary team. Yeah,
They're aggressive. They might tear that defense apart. I'm not gonna lie.
Everyone's talking about PTSD, and we just destroyed them 3-0.
man, this slapped us while we still had Clovis in midfield. At least we were decent.
We've actually slapped them 3-0.
I know you did, but they're a good team. They're a good team now. They've become a very good.
Listen, we're gonna have we've not had like the brightest run so far, yeah. But the good run will happen, but I don't know when. So, but the thing is,
that's the thing I was going to ask you, Ahmed. I know earlier you said that this is a.
You keep trucking along there.
This is well. That's what I mean. You see, like, are you gonna chalk along? Because you said this is a write-off season, right? But if this form continues, where you're not really winning too many games, like Wolves, I expect you guys to win. The other games are up in the air. Are you gonna be okay with that? Like, with this run of form, and this is the write-off season?
No, obviously, I'm not going to be happy with this run of form, and it needs to change ASAP. I'm not saying that. Okay. Just stick to the principles and ignore all the red flags. I think the red flags that we're seeing right now is who he's playing and who he starts, and he actually needs to understand. Look, I know you want to rotate. I know you're trying to figure it out, but stick to your style and play your best players, because we cannot be dropping points and just sacrificing silly games against the teams that we should be beating, just like today. Yeah, so just play your best team and experiment, but not to the point where you're gonna come. I don't know. We finish in a really bad season, like in a bad position. Sorry. So that's my only criticism of Amarim. That's it. Like, just play the players to their strengths, not to their strengths, in their best positions. Yeah, and the players who aren't doing well and can't fit your system, dash them away. And when I say dash them, phase them out and just play them in the cup games. Yeah, and that's it. Because for the Premier League, we need to try and get as much dubs as we can, and obviously you've got a Europa League to play for. So that'll be my objective of the season. Just get a Europa. Just get a Europa League, man. At this point.
Get into the top 6.
Because my full opinion on Amarim is I will see what he's gonna do in terms of
the transfer window. Yeah,
it's too early. Martin is just a Chelsea fan, so you need to understand he judges the manager within 15 minutes. So that's just kind of how it goes.
15 seconds.
This is normal.
He's a good manager. I mean, why not judge a manager before he's even had a game? Like saying slot out before he's even had a game, right? Sam, you know what I mean?
Some you'll never escape that. Some you'll never escape that. You'll never escape that.
Yeah, exactly.
When my manager's playing Ben Chilwell at left wing, that's a red flag. I already out.
That manager's built that tree for your leopard. That's what that manager's done.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Wait.
Listen, guys, that was an emotional reaction at the time. Because Xabi Alonso rejected us in it. And then Amarim, we told him no. So I was like, who's this random bald Dutch guy? But I took it back a day later.
PTSD from
let
Ten
me
Hag,
breathe.
innit, bro? You thought it was going to be like
I
Ten Hag.
am never gonna let that. You know what this? We know what this slot out thing. You know what it truly is like. You guys remember Rory Jennings on the overlap when he said that Haaland is gonna be a flop at City, and he fucking broke the goals record the first season. This is
15 goals.
listen, guys.
Yeah,
I had an
yeah,
emotional
yeah.
reaction. It happens. Shit happens. You know. It is what it is.
Slot
But
out.
anyway, listen. Big up to you, Ahmed. I know
So-
you only had half an hour to join us. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wallah, you
Big up,
saved us
man.
because there was no United fan and you hopped on last minute. Ahmed will be on Ahwa tomorrow, inshallah, to cook Hamza and inshallah cook Saad and inshallah cook Ziad as well because we need the two white clubs to do something. tomorrow.
Inshallah, man. Big up Fulham, by the way. I need my weekend to be saved. You get me? But big up
Yes,
for
big
having
up
me.
Who's
Fulham.
Fulham playing? Who's Fulham playing?
Keep
Is it
digging
Arsenal?
them up.
Yeah,
Of
bro,
Arsenal.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
In-
Big up
in
Fulham,
Immobile
big up
we trust, man.
Big
Big
up
up, big
Adama.
up, Habibi.
Big up Adama.
Guys, AA United TV is in the description. Go give them a subscribe. Thank you so much, Ahmed Habibi. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Listen, big up everyone locked in. This is a fun show. I love working with every single one of these guys. This is just an elite show. Someone raided us. Who just raided us? Omar. Big up to you, Omar. Thank you so much for the raid, Habibi. I appreciate you. Big up to you. Make sure guys go subscribe to his channel. Barcelona fan does a lot of La Liga related content. So go give him a subscribe to keep an update on that Spanish league right there. Big up everyone locked in. I spent the last 3 days mocking Darwin Núñez, but it seems like we have a bunch of Darwin Núñez's watching us because we have 800
damn.
people in here and we ain't even at 200 likes yet.
That's
Your
wild.
conversion is worse than Darwin Núñez. So you want to know how bad your conversion rate is? Close your live chat and hit the like button right now, you bunch of frauds. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Go subscribe to all these guys' channels. It's in the description. And big up to all of you guys. And now it's time to talk Manchester City. Leave your phone away, Habibi. No time for your phone. Come here, focus. One win in 9 games. Today, Crystal Palace, the mighty Crystal Palace, who have had 2 wins in 15 games. 2 wins in 15 games. We're unlucky that they didn't get 3 against Manchester City. Patrick, what the hell, bro? That's how we're gonna start your segment. What the hell?
I don't know, man. As you say, it's big up to you, man. Because I remember when I said it, Hussam, we've had similar backgrounds where when we talk ball, people don't listen just because you're not in England. I remember when Hussam, I was supporting his channel from the beginning. He used to tell people the downfall of Liverpool, tell them where the issues are, and they used to tell him that, oh, you're not from here, so why should we listen to you? Sometimes football is football. People, it doesn't matter where you're from. Like as some said, after Ipswich was the first time I said we're not great. I even said it last season. I was like, guys, Rodri is saving our asses, and if he goes down, we're screwed. He's just a plaster. But even with Rodri, we look bad. Even Rodri came back for Inter, we look bad. This game against Crystal Palace, I was expecting a defeat because Crystal Palace can slap us. I've slapped City at home before.
Wow.
Why are they fully fit? This City midfield is not great at all. It's not great. And the issue with Pep Guardiola is he is so stubborn, and we understand and respect him because being stubborn, you've won 4 and he's a genius. But sometimes he becomes stubborn in situations where he can rescue himself. I don't know if any of you guys remember when this man was so stubborn to play Eric Garcia over John Stones and Otamendi against Lyon, and then Lyon grilled us in the Champions League. You had 3 senior defenders on the bench, but you played Fernandinho and Eric Garcia. Where is Eric Garcia now? Do Barcelona still employ him? No, they threw him to Girona. Girona threw him away. So Pep has got an obsession sometimes, and the solution is in his face because rival fans are asking the right questions. Because rival fans have asked City fans, if Pep Guardiola is so great, which he is, I'm not lying, why is he not finding a solution to this? The solution is in the team, but guess what he's doing? He bought Núñez, who can play box to box, and he can play in that midfield. Sometimes Núñez used to play as a DM in other teams when he's needed. He used to play next to Ruben Neves, who was not very good defensively, but he used to play in Wolves, and he could keep that midfield. He's got the legs. Why don't you have Núñez in the midfield? Guess what he does? He puts Lewis, who I told City fans, Lewis is not good enough. City fans told me that I don't know football. I don't know what I'm talking about. He's generational. That's not generational. Yamal is generational. Trent is generational. And you know what somebody told me today on Mo's channel? They're saying, don't go after Rico. He's too young. Hussam knows my Trent agenda. I started with Trent as young as he was. But guess what? Trent used to work out miracles. Has Lewis done any miracles so far? No, he hasn't. All I'm saying is we are lucky that Crystal Palace did not cook us. The issue with Pep is he played a good midfield with legs against Nottingham Forest. Yes, the midfield was not steady, but Jack Grealish was finally put as the midfielder what he was bought for. When they bought him at City, they say Jack is going to take over Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva never left. Jack was put into the wing. Pep was saying, "Oh, I'm so surprised how Jack played as a midfielder." For 3 years, City fans have been asking you to play him there. And then guess what? He makes a joke again and says, "Oh, maybe I've been making a mistake." When he said that, I told one of the City fans he's going to bench him against Crystal Palace. You know why? Because Pep is so stubborn. He wants to prove us wrong. Guess what he did? He benched him and said, "Oh, he's not very fit." But you still played him when you needed him. All I'm saying is, as bad as this is a Rodri thing, as I said from the beginning, Pep Guardiola has to take responsibility for what he's been doing. Rico Lewis against Newcastle was a mistake. You can't have Rico Lewis with Joelinton, Tonali, and Bruno Guimaraes. You put Rico Lewis in the midfield. You can't have Rico Lewis playing against Spurs, who have got Besuma, who was wanted by Liverpool. Even City looked at him. Very good physical, very physical players. All this, believe it or not, guys, is also on Pep, but City fans are not going to accept it because obviously he is the best manager. We have to admit that has been at City, but sometimes it's good to question him. That you're messing up and you're going crazy, you're losing your head over Rodri not being here. And you're right, Hussam. Crystal Palace have been stinking. I've watched them and I've given them hope. They've been stinking. But guess what? Crystal Palace did not even pack the bus against City. They always pack the bus. They said, "Why should we fear you?" I'm telling you, going forward, who's going to fear us? Even Feyenoord, we're packing the bus and said, no, we smell blood. Let's go press. So it is what it is. Right now we're in a dark place, but I don't give an excuse to the manager because I think he has the tools. I believe the guys on the panel, maybe you guys will say opposite, but I believe if you look at our team, there's solutions. There is, and do you know where another solution is before I give it to the other guys? I said, if you play Rico Lewis, who's a winger, who used to play as a winger in the academy, why can't you play Jacob Wright, who's 6 foot plus, and he looks almost like he's already in his 30s. This guy has been playing DM for Man City since he was 14 years old. Jacob Wright, every time he comes on for City, he looks great. Why don't you play him next to Gundogan? Say, Jacob Wright, you play against Gundogan, you're going to give the legs for the team, but he plays Lewis, who is very short, can easily get taken off the ball. So it is Pep Guardiola's fault. This Rodri thing cannot be an excuse. It is his fault. He's the one flipping. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
No. I was just gonna say it's the board's fault. It's Pep's fault for not replacing adequately.
That's also
the big.
Yeah.
That's the problem is that you let all these players go to the point where you have to bring back Gundogan for a feel good victory lap, which is turning out to be a pretty depressing one. But you're mentioning these guys, like I'm looking at your bench, like Nico Riley, Jacob Wright. I mean, I knew James McAtee was Scott Carson. Like these players, you have three goalkeepers. Like this is how bad it's gotten for Man City right now.
Like a potch
so
bench.
that's the biggest problem. I mean, and you got Rico Lewis, who looks completely out of his depth right now. Kevin De Bruyne, he had a good game against Forest, but he didn't look great today. Savinho hasn't looked great, hasn't looked fantastic. Like you just haven't played you haven't replaced like for like. And number one, somebody needs to get Pep a better recruiting team and some rubber gloves because it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse.
Can I ask you something though? Like especially on this situation where, look, I've been watching football for so long and I have seen managers. Obviously, Pep is so stubborn. As I said, he played Eric Garcia and Fernandinho and left Otamendi and John Stones on the bench. And I don't know what point he wanted to prove, but he got rinsed badly. Mm-hmm. So let me give you a question where we have Jacob Wright. As I said, he's 6 foot plus, like he's huge and he's very physical and very fast. He even came against Spurs when we were losing in the cup game.
He did. I watched that game.
And remember how good he looked. He steadied the ship. Why
it's not just him. Even McAtee looked good. Even other.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you have those midfielders, right? Why can he not see that? Look, at the end of the day, I just need legs. Every time he puts legs, look like Jack Grealish. I told people that Jack Grealish is gonna look good in this Nottingham Forest game. You know why? Because Pep has taught him one thing. Big up to Pep to track back and run, which he was not doing at Villa. But also, he's gonna offer legs. As soon as he offered legs, yes, Forest had situations, but it was not as bad. You know why? Because Jack can hold the ball and everything.
Yeah.
So why can he not put Nunes in this midfield? Why did you pay 60 million for a guy who can play box to box and also DM?
I don't
That's
think
the thing.
I've got a feeling he doesn't. I've got a feeling he doesn't like to play too many youngsters together at the same time. Do you know what I mean? I've never seen him do that before. But we're asking for some type of logic from Pep when he's never even been through this before in his entire manager career. What he's going through right now, in terms of his selections, in terms of the games you're on, the injuries and stuff like that. This is a whole new set of circumstances for him. But I just don't think he trusts or play like he'll play one or two youngsters, but not like a whole bunch together. Not even like 3 or 4 really. We've never really seen it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
We've always had the great
am I
individual
wrong?
players.
Am I wrong to say if you are willing to throw Rico Lewis next to Gundogan, why can't you throw Nunes, who is a box-to-box midfielder, next to Gundo?
Here's the thing, Patrick, and I think Pep needs a pep talk. Pun 100% intended on that.
Thank you.
Here's the thing. I
Kick him off
think
right now. Kick him off right now.
Yeah, get him off the stream. Get him out of here.
And mind you, I think Pep Guardiola deserves it to an extent to be this arrogant, because I think part of it is he's super arrogant, and we've seen it time and time again where last season Vardio at left back. We all know he's a center back. Why are you playing Vardio at left back? For so much of that season, last season, Vardio left back did not work. But once it starts working, once it clicks, all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, what a genius Pep. Oh, brilliant Pep. Look, this is why we trust Pep. John Stones and DM. That took a long time for that to work. And then when it finally clicks, oh, Pep, what a genius, Pep, brilliant. And I feel like he's doing the same thing right now with Rico Lewis, trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. And then when it finally works, it finally fits, it's like, oh, Pep, brilliant. We put Pep on this high pedestal.
Hey,
Deservedly so. Go ahead.
No, I'll tell you what he's doing. He's doing what he tried to do with Philip Lahm at Bayern Munich.
And it's not working.
Remember we put Philip Lahm in midfield.
But
That's what he's trying to do with Rico
And
Lewis
who's going
right
to
now.
question Pep? Who in that staff is going to be like, Pep, I really don't think you should do it. Like, who are you to question me? I'm Pep Guardiola. I've won it 4 times in a row. I've done multiple Champions League. He deserves it, but at the same time, it's like, bro, have some humility. When it's not working, bro, understand it's not working and just play the bare basics. I could have told you Jack Grealish in the 10 position would have rocked, and it did when he finally... I was shocked to see it.
Everybody's saying it.
Everybody's been saying it. But meanwhile, like, he's playing him on left wing and winning Champions League. It's like, oh, Jack Grealish, great left wing, Pep. Oh, you developed him. It's like, sometimes with Pep, it's the overglazing of him that just kills you miss the forest with the trees, and we're seeing it now where it's like you're saying it, why is Nunes playing at left wing when we know he's in the midfield? It's like, again, Pep's trying to do that insanity, overthinking it.
He was their best player today, by the way. I'm just throwing that out.
Yeah.
Matheus Nunes has been one of City's best players this whole season.
Just saying.
And he didn't play him at all last season.
Yeah, but do you know what's funny also? And it also goes back to this. And
also, by the way, sorry, Patrick, just before we go, this whole concept that Matheus Nunes can't play in midfield is the most bullshit concept I've ever seen.
it
He
is.
has what it takes to play in the midfield in the Premier League. You know why? Because he played for fucking Wolves in midfield.
I know.
So he already played for a defensive, ragged, dogged team that
did he play for
wants to defend
Sporting?
all.
Who did he play for
Oh,
Sporting?
Liverpool willing
Klopp wanted
to
this
play
guy.
midfield.
Klopp wanted this.
It was like,
Klopp wanted-
yeah.
Huh? Klopp
Only play
Klopp-
midfield, not wing. Play midfield. So he would-
And do you know what pisses me off is when some City fans accept this behavior where, remember, my Jack Grealish agenda was, I understand who Jack is. Don't put him in the wing. That's the issue. I was like, I understand who he is, but I just won't. The thing is, he buys Bernardo Silva. He puts him in the wing. The same thing as you say, but Bernardo Silva has never had a lot of good games as a winger. He's had few you can pick. It's this genius thing of Pep. But the thing is, right now, Pep, just be simple. Because I'm telling you, another manager right now, do you know what he does? He said, Jacob Wright, you're standing next to Gundogan. Gundogan, you need legs. Nunes, you're standing next to Gundogan. Gundogan, you need legs. If he's so arrogant with Gundogan, that's what he does. Because you know what teams are looking at us at? Teams are just looking at that midfield and say, this is food. It's easy food right now. Every team with a decent DM and a decent midfield that just are in their 20s or younger than us, they will outrun us and beat us. I'm telling you right now. Even Ipswich,
I'm
if
so
they play
lucky
us
you're playing
again, Ipswich is
United
gonna cook
next
us.
week.
Yep.
You're
United
lucky you're
will cook
playing
us.
United next week.
I think United will cook us. I'm telling you this. Remember this. I think United will
that's
cook
going
us.
to be such
I don't think so. I don't think that.
Oh, I don't know.
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
a
Run away.
game. I think it's gonna
Going
be
too far.
dross.
Going too far.
Dross.
I think it'll be the Spider-Man meme of football. That's what it'll be. It'll be the Spider-Man meme. It'll be like that.
But Andrew, don't you think that's mad considering the two clubs you're talking about?
I don't know. And you know what?
The one, the sky blue, yes. The one in red, we've had like 10 years of this same shit. You know what I mean? So it's like,
and do you know what's bad? I keep telling I told people that they were busy. There's these ITKs saying, "Oh, Bruno, it's a serious thing now." They put that tick. I told the guys today, I was like, "You dream on. There's no way you're going to Newcastle in January in the middle of their season and taking their captain and one of their best players." And you know what's funny about all this? I know Pep Guardiola, and Pep Guardiola is so stubborn. He wants to show that he's a genius. January, he's not buying anybody. He's going to wait for the squad. Yeah.
wow.
Oh
Patrick
my
Madden
God.
is
Mad.
I'm
That'd be
telling you,
insane if he doesn't.
he is like that.
He
I'm
won't.
telling you, he is like that. Have you studied him? There's moments where he could have bought a player. And you know what? This is another thing I wanted to say before I forget. This is what I told one guy. I was like, if Pep Guardiola is a genius, we understand. But why did he fail with Phillips? Because I think Phillips is not as bad as people say. Phillips' confidence. Phillips had an interview. No, listen. No. Phillips had an interview recently. Do you know what he said, Phillips?
By the way,
Yeah.
Patrick is 100% right because Andrew was there on Spaces before Rice signed for Arsenal and before Phillips signed for City. The discussion was who's better, Rice or Phillips.
Yeah.
We were comparing Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips. That's
He
how
was
good
he was really good at one
He
point.
was
At
good.
the
Let's
time,
not
but
pretend.
at the time, but how did look
like
how he reacted to that adversity though. Like that's where I kind of judge Calvin Phillips. Is that he was fell out of the
Did he
squad,
get the chance?
but then he let himself completely go. Doesn't
No,
matter.
I think his mentality.
You got to be
was
ready for the
destroyed.
chance when it comes, and he wasn't
I
ready.
think his mentality was. Even he said in the interview that sometimes, as a football player, when your confidence is gone, you think you can get it back. You can never get it back again. He said it.
Sometimes you need an arm around your shoulder.
And guess what? Who destroyed his confidence? Pep Guardiola. As he destroyed somebody's confidence also, who we know as another player who he got rid of, Nolito, who said sometimes Pep Guardiola can destroy your confidence and you can never come back.
I mean, right now it's looking like Mr. Philip
Listen
Walter
to what
Foden's
Ibrahimovic
confidence
says
is
about
destroyed. Yeah, Ibrahimovic. Yeah.
Okay, all I'm saying is I don't think Phillips was bad as we made him out to be. I think by the time he was done at City, his confidence was gone. But I think Philip was decent enough for right now with this midfield we have. I think Philip is better. It would have been a better midfielder, defensive midfielder than Gundogan right now. But guess what? It's Pep Guardiola. He knows what he's doing. It's good he got rid of Phillips. But that's it. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. If this was another manager, they would come after him. This was Klopp. We went after Klopp for Navigator. We did, rightly so, for Navigator. But look at Pep. Apparently, he's a genius to go because he's Pep. All I'm saying is, guys, double standards.
A little caveat, though.
You're way too quiet for someone in the title race with a team that dropped points. I need to get your thoughts on this.
On Man City, I mean, it was expected, to be honest with you. I was very it was like Selhurst Park is not an easy place to go.
But it's Crystal Palace. Surely they got to win there.
They have to win there. You're right, but they don't.
Man
City struggles against Crystal Palace away, and when you see that, and when you see a goal go in, was that on a header? I think. The first goal was that a set? No, the set piece, the second goal. Sorry.
Yeah.
You just see the confidence completely drain out of Man City. It took them a minute to get back into the game, and then you have Rico Lewis do the stupidness that locked up that draw. I mean, I wasn't surprised just based on the lack of depth that Man City do. We go after Arsenal all the time for their lack of depth. Look at Man City. I don't recognize half of your bench, like I just said a couple of minutes ago. And that's all you need to say. That's all you need to say about it. You can talk about injuries. You can talk about players getting long in the tooth all you want. You can talk about Rodri FC. But at the end of the day, you didn't have an adequate backup for Rodri. Kevin De Bruyne is looking like he's about done. Savinho doesn't look like he's panning out as good as everybody thinks they are. Like for me, it's looking more and more for Arsenal like a missed opportunity. That's where I'm at. You saw I will not come on here and be Mr. Top Gooner. I'm actually really, really upset with Arsenal and the way that we went up against Bournemouth, went up against Newcastle, went up against Brighton, and dropped all those points. If we hadn't dropped all those points, we would be neck and neck with Liverpool right now.
And you drew against City, didn't you? You drew against City.
And we drew against we drew against City, but I didn't necessarily blame them for that because we went down to 10 men. So like we did very, very well. And Chelsea, I mean, whatever. Like Stamford Bridge is Stamford Bridge. We haven't lost to you guys in like 4 or 5 years, so you can hold that. All I'm gonna say is look, like
we can't hear you. We can't hear you in third. We can't hear you in from second.
You're third.
You can't hear it from that. You can't hear it from that two goal difference that's holding you in second right now. And you know what? And it's gonna increase. Here's the thing, though. Tomorrow it's gonna increase. We'll get into that, I'm sure. But that goal difference is gonna increase tomorrow. We're both gonna win, but that goal difference is gonna explode. But no, the reason I'm not speaking up is because I'm just sitting here like, man, what could have been? I've been doing that for the last 2 years for Arsenal because we dropped the ball so early in the season. Shut the fuck up, Marshall. But you know that's what it is. I mean, there's a lot of and you said it. We have one of the loudest, if not the loudest, social media presence on the internet, and we keep talking about this generation like there's some sort of golden generation when we haven't won anything. These players have not won anything. Like I think I saw something on Twitter today that said, "Oh yeah, with Gabriel, it was with Gabriel and Saliba, and they're all neck and neck, you know, being all buddies." It's like, who knew how much they would accomplish? They haven't accomplished anything. We haven't accomplished anything. Stop blazing this club. And look, I'm not. You need to drop more points before I start saying, "Oh yeah, we're in a title race again." As long as we're 6 or more points behind Liverpool, the season's over. Season's over.
I can't lie to you. This is not what I expected at all. Let me just address this from Zorro quickly. Get me Champions League or Premier League season or respectfully get out. You're still the GOAT. You know, Zorro, let me tell you something. City fans have no respect or decorum if you want Pep out.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, after winning 4 league titles in a row, winning your first Champions League, winning you 2 league titles in a row before that.
The whole trophy cabinet is his.
Read the room, bro. Read the room.
You know Pep Guardiola, in my opinion, and this has nothing to do with standards or any of these buzzwords. If Pep doesn't win anything for the next 3 years, he's still a gigantic success and one of the GOAT Premier League managers. Never mind only this year. The reason why you are a City fan and why your club is relevant around the world is because a random bald bastard Catalonia decided to become your manager. If he never became your manager, you'd just be another club.
Random bald bastard is a little.
Wait, what's up? I think this is where I think me and other City fans, some of the people saying Pep out and others. Don't get me wrong. I am gladly accepting L's this season. I think he's earned it. I'm telling you, we can even accept L's when he buys new players that next season. I don't think anybody can open their mouth here until he's done with his contract. Because I said this even about Gundogan. I said I was having a.
Who are you gonna get that's better than Pep anyway in the world?
No, that was what I was about. That was what I was about.
You know who some? I even asked.
Keep up this negative energy and chase out the greatest.
Anyone from here is a downgrade.
Keep it up.
I know.
Anyone from here is a downgrade, just so everyone knows.
I know. You know, I asked some City fan who obviously he's from Manchester. He was talking about the great so and so, the great so and so. I said, stop this because I can give you Gundogan. Gundogan is the best Man City captain you've ever had at Man City. He's like, why are you saying this? I was like, he's the treble-winning captain. He's the guy who carried us during the treble. He's the only one who's won a UCL. He's the only one who's won this. He's the best Man City captain. So even Pep is the same. This guy deserves the statue. I'm telling you, Pep can lose this season. He deserves it. He deserves to rest. All I wanted to say is, before we go, there's one man I want to address, Kyle Walker. Kyle, the terrorist Walker. My God. This man.
Give it up, bro.
Man,
give it up. It's over.
Who gave him?
Sorry. Before you go on Walker, just quickly.
Yeah.
Zorro, currently anyone is better
That's
than
crazy.
you know, Zorro,
That's crazy.
That is nuts.
Let me
see
just
Cooper.
There's an easy response to this. There is no such thing as manager on form. A manager is a manager. He can get better, yes. He can get worse, yes. But there is no such thing as manager on form. You can have players on form. You can have players who, yes, now they're scoring goals and maybe the goals dry up 3 weeks from now. Maybe like a Haaland. He's not in the best form right now. There is no such thing as manager on form. That just doesn't exist. And you want to know the proof? My manager, Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp finished 5th the next season, challenged for the title. Literally a year after, challenged for the title and was top of everything, and then had 15 injuries. So what you cannot do is tell me right now he's better, everyone else is better than him, because no such thing as manager on form. Because using your logic, then Maresca's better than Pep because he's above him. And Arteta's better than Pep because he's above him. And Slot's better than Pep because he's above him. And if I use your logic for the Champions League, you're screwed. You're actually screwed. Have you actually seen the Champions League table?
Yes.
So it means basically Simeone Inzaghi is better than him. Hansi Flick is better than him. The Dortmund manager is better than him. Atlanta, Leverkusen, Arsenal, Monaco, Aston Villa, Sporting. Well, none of these managers.
The
them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And before Patrick goes on to water, I'm gonna talk about this topic because I'm not a defeatist like TJ talking about until Liverpool drop points. It's just you're supposed to be here.
The way that you've been talking when you were 9 points clear with no chest, leopard in a tree, BS. Don't try to drop that on me.
Anyway,
I'll take. Hey, goals
that was
corner.
timing. That was absolute timing.
As I was saying,
The pitch
So,
and the
let me
sound
just say
effect.
let me just say this about Man City. Look, Man City performances are finally matching the results because I was accused earlier on in the season
It's
after the
true.
Fulham game when I posted the
too.
match reaction video saying that Manchester City were lucky.
It's
I was
true.
accused of having an agenda against Manchester City. Hussam, the only reason you say this is because you have an agenda. I told you the performance match the results, and now you've had 1 win in 9. Today, I don't want any City fan. Thank God we have Patrick here. Alhamdulillah. I don't want any City fan to bring up injuries as an excuse, or cards as an excuse, or referees as an excuse, because you always hold
That'll be
all
tomorrow.
this
That'll be tomorrow.
moral high ground nonsense and tell me, don't use refs as an excuse. The refs are bad for everyone. Don't use injuries as an excuse. They called me the worst title defense ever when I had Gomez, Matip, and Virgil all out till the end of the season. I had to play Nat Phillips and Reece Williams. Henderson played centre back. He had an injury. Fabinho played centre back. He had an injury. So don't talk to me about injuries. Don't talk to me about no bullshit. I don't want to hear no excuses. The team that you had out there today, forget the whole season, was better than the Crystal Palace team, period. There is not a Crystal Palace player, not single one that starts for Man City besides maybe Eze.
Adam starts. That Adam kid starts. That Adam.
Okay, no problem. Adam. So Adam and Eze.
Sorry,
So the other 9 are all City players. So what we're not going to do is sit up here and make excuses for Manchester City. You had to win today, and you didn't win, and you're crumbling, and it's all on your manager. And thank God Patrick has the cojones to call him out because he went against what works. What you did against Forest works, and then he reverts it back to the shit that didn't work for the 7 games before that, the game after. It makes no sense, you know? And if the Crystal Palace manager didn't bring on Nketiah, maybe Crystal Palace would have won the game. But because Nketiah
Give Nketiah a chance, guys. Come on, give Nketiah
Please,
a chance.
after
What are we
this
doing
watch
here?
along, please after the stream, just go to my watch along. Just go to the timestamp where Nketiah was subbed on. I said, guys, it's over directly. As soon as it came up, like it's over, it's done. So for me, I'm watching
Nobody
that
knows
game.
the Nketiah. Nobody knows the Nketiah white flag like Arsenal does.
And listen, when I'm watching that game, I'm just thinking of all this shit that City fans have said to me across doing content and all this and excuses and don't tell me about injuries and don't tell me about cars and yada, 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 yada. Thank God Patrick has mentioned neither today. And he's actually addressing his team.
We laughed at you, Hussam. I remember. I also laughed. Let me be honest. I was part of it when you guys had Henderson and Milner. We say you deserved it. We said it's your own fault. You've been sentimental. Yet we were so sentimental about Gundogan, texting him on Twitter. I'm telling you, we've just fallen for the same shit that happened to Liverpool. We've just inherited the same stuff. Because first of all, let's say Rodri is Liverpool's Van Dijk. That's basically it, isn't it? We can say that Van Dijk was on that level. Basically, City have just done what Liverpool did that season, and people start saying Klopp is sentimental. But the funny thing is, have any of you heard that? Has anybody said Pep is sentimental? None have said. This guy, I know he's the GOAT, but Come on. I think there's times even the GOAT, you have to question him. I know it is. But one criminal I want to talk about is Kyle Walker. Why? Why did you go for dinner with him? Pep? Why did you? Have you seen the dinner picture? Why did you stop him from going to Bayern? This could have been Bayern's problem. I said it last season. I said this man is dusted. Do you guys remember last season when Isaac, Raheem, Gordon, and somebody else they scored the exact same goal against Walker, where they cut in and he just left them and then they just swirled it to the keeper? I don't understand why Kyle Walker is our captain. The guy, there's videos of him pissing in the car, pissing on trees. There's rumors about him since he joined City. Just bad rumors outside the club. How is Pep Guardiola lying to us saying this guy was voted? I don't think this guy was voted. I think he promised him the captain's armband when he went for dinner with him. I think he did. But I'm telling you,
Wow.
and you know what?
Wow.
I used to hate these things where kids on Twitter put a picture of a terrorist with a player or a manager. I'm happy they keep posting those pictures of Walker. Have you seen the Walker videos with the terrorist theme on it?
I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
Have you no, not that one. I mean when he plays, Walker stinks. And do you know the thing about Walker is Walker was never a defender that knows how to position himself. It was all about power and pace. Guess what? This brother, the power and pace is gone. Did you see what he was doing to Gabriel when Gabriel scored the header? He was poking Gabriel and just let him go. And today again, when we played against Liverpool, who was it again? Walker. When we played against Spurs, who was it? Walker. Do you know that somebody told me that Walker is responsible for 8 to 7 goals that City have conceded this season? A majority of them is first.
Kept him on side this morning.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, if you another manager, you're seeing
And the
all
second
this.
goal from the corner, by the way, Walker
Yeah.
was guarded by Lacroix.
I know, and he kept the other guy on side. And I don't know what Pep Guardiola. I know that it's Walker is your captain, but at this point in time, I'll rather play that Simpson Pusai guy as a right back, and just let him get cooked than see Walker because Walker is a. Do you remember what Jamie Carragher said? Leave football before football leaves you, but for Walker it's too late. Football has left. Football has left. And do you know what? I was on a stream with is it one of the streams earlier on? Do you know what a Newcastle fan told me? He said we are ungrateful and he would take Walker to Newcastle. Take him. Were they not the same guys talking about Trippier? Were they not crying about Trippier when Trippier was?
Yeah, this is true. He's washed up now, Walker. Walker is not good enough for the Premier
I don't
League.
get it. I don't get. And Kyle Walker keeps going to the media, making a speech saying we need to come together. I swear, if he speaks again, I will abuse this guy. I don't abuse players, but I'll abuse you. I'll take a time off work.
No. Don't abuse him, Patrick. Don't abuse him. Don't abuse. We don't want to abuse. You don't want to abuse anyone, brother. You get me? Calm down. I know your head's on. Game day.
This
But
guy
no need
is
for abuse. You get me?
is
Listen,
responsible. Do you remember when you did
Patrick,
Zubamende? Do
Patrick,
you remember your Zubamende video? Do you remember your Zubamende video? I'm yet to do a Walker video like the Zubamende one. I'm yet to do a similar video about
if I
Kyle
didn't
Walker.
abuse him, I said I hope you find a bug in your food. That's not abuse.
You said you made an enemy for life. You made an
Yeah,
enemy for
yeah.
life.
that's an enemy for life. That's not abusive. What's
Enemy
this
for life
woke
is crazy.
nonsense? Anyway, big up to all of you guys. You get me? Final topic of the day before we head out, guys. There's 700 people in here. 300 likes. Let's get 300 likes. We're currently at 250. Big up to Zorro for the super chat. We're going to talk about these
What
two
is this?
London fraud.
Nketiah stats.
What? No, please don't.
It's
read
Nketiah
Nketiah
stats with the
No, he made me give up today. Please.
no with the like button. It's Nketiah stats.
He made
Oh,
me
yeah,
give
yeah.
up.
Let's do-
Okay.
let's
The
do
like,
better
yeah,
than
the
that.
like
Let's do better
ratio is
than
that
that.
you guys are a bunch of Nketiahs. You get me? So let's get the likes up.
Yeah,
Let's
exactly.
subscribe to the channel right now. Yeah. Please. I thought he was gonna read Nketiah stats from the like, oh, bro. As soon as he came on, I gave up.
No.
And for the people who are saying, is it over for City? Not yet. You can never count them out until they're like impossible for them to catch up.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
counted them out in 2019, 2020 when we were like 19 points ahead. I was like, yeah, I count you out now.
Can
So,
I ask you, Hussam, what's okay? We saw against Forest, obviously, with Jack Grealish in midfield and being given the freedom. And Jack Grealish was when KDB, you even saw the game. There's a lot of video of Jack Grealish actually making tackles and actually tracking back for KDB, and then it was allowing KDB to cook. But I still think going forward to January, because January window is very far, and December is the most scary part of the thing. What's your solution? Do you see a solution to this? Because he's stubborn. We're gonna get cooked, I think so. I think we'll get so cooked that it's going to be bad in January. I think people are saying, "Oh, City never write them off." I think start writing us off this time because it's different now. At least those other seasons.
I have heard that this different speech about
Yeah, but we had
500 times.
DMs. But we had DMs coming back. Fernandinho was injured and he came back. Gundogan was 29 years old that time and he could run.
Bro,
So
you
he
need to
played
understand
DM.
something. Let me tell you
Rodri
something.
injured, came back. Yeah.
Yeah, let
It's
me just
different.
tell,
I
tell
agree
you
that
the
it's
whole
different.
world.
Who's coming back
let me
this
just-
time?
Listen. Let me just tell the whole world something. PTSD is real, okay? Until these fuckers can't, I will say they can. Okay, it's as simple as that. Until it's
Fair.
fucking impossible, I'm
Fair.
not gonna say that.
How
it's
many
as
points?
impossible.
How many points? How many points? Gap.
For
10
City?
points clear of
18.
3 games left.
Man said 18. Is that how dangerous we are? 18. Man.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, it's Pep.
Have you seen the satanic runs that you do from February till May? Are you mad? Man says, are you really that scary? Like as if it's a fucking secret.
Sam,
You
they
know how
didn't
many
even
times
do it. They didn't even. Sam,
like fucking
they didn't
games in a
even.
row.
Sam, they did it from December to May last year. They didn't even wait till February. They did it from
That's what
December
I'm
last year.
saying, bro.
Yeah.
They go on these mad runs.
Or
But anyway,
if
speaking of
we,
going on runs,
before you go, if we do a satanic run in this stage, I'll
Start the Super
research
League.
Pep.
Start the Super
I
League.
will
Start it.
research
Premier
Pep
League.
if his sword is sore somewhere because my God, if we do that run, that would be awesome.
hey, maybe he has. Maybe he has. Maybe you do have a point there. Anyway, listen.
Champions League too.
Let's get to the London clubs. Like and subscribe, chat. Yalla, habibis. Chelsea and Arsenal.
Oh,
We're
I'm gonna have to see you. I have to drive in the morning.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'll
Big up
see.
to you. Big up to you. Thank you so much.
I'll just be
Appreciate it.
watching you on the phone. Big up to all
Big
of
up.
you guys. Man.
Two City
Big up,
fan.
Patrick.
His
Big up,
channel
my
is in
guy.
the description. Go give him subscribe, you guys. Go give him subscribe. Show him love. Thank you, Patrick. Big up to you. So, order has been restored. You know, Chelsea's comeback is at the bottom. Arsenal fan at the top. Let's talk. First, start with you, TJ.
Meerkat's at the bottom.
Are you never gonna let this go?
I don't think so.
Never gonna let it go. He's just never.
I didn't even hear what he said.
He's just never gonna let.
Meerkats at the bottom. We're
Yeah.
digging tunnels.
Meerkats,
Yes.
We're digging tunnels and
Yeah.
hoping for the collapse eventually.
I
of
just-
Liverpool.
I'm on a
Right.
panel with the two teams that are above us in the league, and you guys are still painting yourselves like underdogs. It's actually embarrassing.
We are.
I'm
We
confident about I'm confident about tomorrow, but not too confident. You're not. But that's okay. You're not. But you can keep saying that. So if you guys want to keep the PTSD from coming, that's fine. I completely understand that as an Arsenal fan. I've been through it the last 2 seasons. Like, give me a break. Come on now. Nobody knows better than me. But yeah, no, as for the game tomorrow, I'm a little worried. Obviously, we have questions at the left center back position and the left back position. We're going to be looking at QER lining up next to Saliba tomorrow, so we'll see if he can continue to keep up the good form that we saw this past week against United. Obviously, United's attack wasn't quite what I think Fulham's is at the moment. Fulham have been doing very, very well this season. The matchup that's going to make the match, though, is going to be Anthony Robinson against Bukayo Saka. That's going to be something to watch. I'm really, really looking forward to that. Anthony Robinson, my American brother, but I hope he absolutely falls and stubs his toe or injures himself or something so Bukayo can get loose and score goals for us. But yeah, I'm just saying. But it's gonna be extremely close. Let's be honest. We got Andrew. Andrew, where'd you go? No, the midfield.
Connection issue.
Yeah, the midfield is going to be obviously Odegaard, Partey, Rice. Partey looked very, very good the last game. Declan Rice, man of the match performance. We just got to keep up the momentum, win the midfield, and keep them out of our final third. And I think we can get the win. But that being said, we were talking about this in the back room. ESR is locked in for a goal. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We just got to get ready for it, and we got to be able to respond. We got to lock down Iwobi. We got to lock down the what's his
Reece
name?
Nelson.
Reece Nelson is club tied. He can't play. But yeah, what's his name? I always forget his name. Their striker. Dang it! Why am I?
Oh, Raul
Jimenez?
Jimenez.
Raul Jimenez. Yeah, I don't know how to say. He's Mexican too. I should know that. But yeah, he always can tend to bring out the.
I thought you were gonna say Traore, to be honest.
No,
Radama's
Traore.
another one. You gotta
Adam,
be careful. He slips through your fingers.
That pace merchant, he can't shoot. I'm not worried about Adama Traore.
This is true. To be fair, he can't shoot, but
He's
he's
a-
The
amazing.
guy couldn't shoot to save his life. If
He's
it
gonna
was
run in
Reece
behind,
Nelson-
but he's gonna
if
miss.
if it was Reece Nelson and he was playing, then I would be like, yeah, we have something a little bit to worry about. But honestly, like that pace merchant, we can play anybody at left back, and it really doesn't worry me too much. I'm dead serious. And then we got Timber inverting from right back. He's been absolutely cooking, creating chances in the final third while also not being a defensive liability. Zinchenko could take some notes from that. So if we do end up playing him, then hopefully we just limit mistakes from Zinchenko and get this win. I'm predicting a 2-1, but we always seem to stumble against Fulham, especially at Craven Cottage in December. So we score the first goal. We just got to keep on him. That was the mistake we made last season. So yeah, no, I'm feeling positive. I think you saw me, you were getting all over me because I wasn't being ultra positive earlier. I think we're gonna win.
Yeah, you never show chest, bro. Never.
We're gonna win tomorrow. I'm showing chest now.
Yeah,
We're gonna win
You
tomorrow.
better win. You don't have a choice.
We're just not gonna run away with it. Like I'm not gonna come out here and say we're gonna beat them up 3-4-0. That's not gonna be the case. Like
I feel
they're
like
gonna be up for it.
You guys, this is the thing that baffles me the most about Arsenal, especially how like the way they won against United. It's like, why couldn't you do that sooner? Like, it's not like Martin Odegaard was kicking the corners. Like, Saka was there the whole time. Like, I just don't.
Here's the thing. United did a very, very good job not giving Odegaard space and not giving Saka space. Like, as much as I was laughing at United for putting Malacia in for the first time. I forgot Malacia even played for United, to be honest. But he played really, really well against Bukayo Saka. And United did a very, very good job of not giving Odegaard space. And that was it. Once you see that happen, our ability to generate from open play kind of goes down the tube. So like that's kind of the blueprint into shutting us down. So as long as I'm seeing overlaps from Timber and Odegaard get some space, you'll unlock Saka, we'll win the match.
It just baffles me because like if you had done that sooner, you guys wouldn't be in this position that if you were to drop points, you're kind of out of the title race. Do you still feel that way, by the way? That if you drop any points from this season on, you're out of it.
100%. No, if we draw tomorrow, it's done. Like
it's very delicate right now.
I felt this way, and here's the thing: is people started. I came on this channel and people gave me a bunch of shit. I've gone across YouTube, just kind of saying, look, we got to stop depending on one or two players to get us over the line. We got to be getting over the line as a unit. And it has me questioning some of the personnel decision Arteta's making, but that's not what we're talking about here. I just think at this point we just got to take it game by game and hope that Liverpool drop points. And until, like I said earlier, until we get within 5 or 6 points of Liverpool, I'm not even talking about a title race.
Same.
I'm not doing it.
Same.
So
You're
you
gonna
can call
get
me negative all you want.
You both are gonna get within 4 points of me if you win tomorrow.
Yeah, but then you're gonna play Everton, and you're likely not gonna drop points against Everton.
Points on the board is better than games in hand.
Listen though, that Everton.
That's so dead.
I understand the logic with Everton because of form, but it is a derby. And Hussam, man, like you could drop points.
Yeah, that's why my logic is not dead. It's better to have the points on the board than to have a game in hand.
I just think people are overhyping Everton because they put up 4 against the dead Wolves team. Like Everton is not great. And
but it's a derby.
It's a derby. The one thing that I will say is that it's not going to be a blowout. I'll say that.
DJ,
like
how long have Everton been crap for? How long have Everton been crap for? For a really long time. We have won 1 out of the last 7 derbies at Goodison.
Wow. Yeah, but I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah, I still don't think
that's logic from Hussam, apparently. Crazy.
That's actually I'm a little nervous for you guys now. I'm excited a little bit too.
I'm not nervous. When is that game going to get? And it's also going to depend on when that game gets replayed. So I'm just going to go forward and assume you were going to win that match. Yeah, it got postponed. So
yeah, I forgot about that.
I'm assuming that you guys won that. I'm assuming that I'm going to be 7 points behind by the end of the weekend. That
does put pressure on Liverpool though. Now the game's postponed, and if we do win our games, we get a little closer.
I know, like the optics. Trust me, the optics will make Liverpool fans sweat. I will say that, but there was a lot of people that's like, oh, we got games in hand. The old Robbie Lyle adage. But at the end of the day, they will eventually play Everton, and I think they will win. Liverpool are just miles above where Everton are right now. And yes, I understand there's going to be a lot of emotion involved.
Yeah.
Last Mercy side it.
Yeah.
At Goodison, I understand that, but still,
I mean, you
Yeah.
never know.
You
Like
too.
these.
No, forget. I don't care about your opinion on Arsenal. Stop. You too. See you too, yeah? You are above Arsenal right now. Look how TJ is talking about the title race and saying, "Oh, we need Liverpool to drop points." Blah blah blah. Andrew, I already know your opinion. So I respect your. You. How about you? See you in the red hoodie right there. First of all, why are you wearing a red hoodie when you're a Chelsea fan? That's the $1 million.
It's the first thing I grabbed this morning. That's why.
Red hoodie. Okay. Chelsea
It's a
are
blue
Chelsea
background.
in a title race.
No. I'm sticking to what I say. I'm waiting until December to see if we're there. I think
this guy was
mathematically.
dropping into my WhatsApp bragging about how they were ahead of me in points.
Because
This guy-
I
come on
listen,
now.
I take pride in being ahead of Arsenal. Doesn't mean we're in a title race. The mathematically, I think it looks like if you're looking at the table, it looks like we're there. Mathematically, it looks like we're there. But when you take into account the experience and you've seen it before. The proofs in the pudding with Arsenal. They can go into a mad run of form. And I said this last time on Hussam channel as well. Hussam can go into a mad run of form and go on a win streak. You can go on a win streak. City can also go on a win streak. I just haven't seen it with Chelsea. If I can see Chelsea go on a dominant streak, and tomorrow's a big one too. Tomorrow we could
Aren't you
drop
on a
points.
streak now to begin with?
I think it's only 3 in the
Yeah,
Prem,
we're on a
or
lot.
2
Yeah,
in
we're
the Prem.
undefeated in. Well, we're undefeated since you beat us.
Yeah,
been
we're
a-
undefeated
like,
since.
few
Hussam
That's a
draws.
beat us.
long ass time ago,
I think
your
it's called-
last defeat.
Well, I don't. This is the thing. This is the thing
A month and a
about.
half ago.
This is the thing about my fan base. They'll go. Oh, we can't get it because we haven't got enough experience. Oh, but next season we'll be in the we'll win it. We'll be in the title race. It's like how are we going to be in it if we don't have the experience of being in one to begin with? How do you know we're going to be in a title race next season or win it? My thing is this.
Andrew,
Title race. Listen, we go 4 points behind when we beat Spurs tomorrow. I'll take it. You know what I mean? I keep saying this. The longer we're in the
You guys are
title
gonna-
race,
it's going to
the
be
longer
bad
the
tomorrow.
Chelsea fans should want us to be in a title race for as long as possible because then it achieves our objective of the start of the season, finishing in the top 4, and it might be even more. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think. I don't know where we shouldn't be afraid. I don't know where this lack of chess has come from recently. Oh, you're in a title. No, embrace it. Embrace it. That's what I said on the terrace after the Southampton game. Flat track bully, yeah. That's it. That's it.
I think
We've
with
got
me,
flat track bully games, and we need to be flat track bully.
I would listen, if we had beaten United like we were supposed to, I would be coming here with chess easily saying, yeah, this team's got it in them. But it's that one little blip against a team that we shouldn't have had a blip against that has me like, okay, is this team mentally capable of
look at the other team. Hang on though. You say blips. Man City's in a blip right now. Arsenal have had a blip. Liverpool had a blip the other night against Newcastle. It's just so close. Before, remember a couple of weeks ago when it was like 3 points between 2nd and 10th or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's like we're in there. We're ahead of at the moment. We're ahead of schedule as what many people thought. Even Chelsea fans thought. I just embrace it. Do you know what I mean? Just go, yeah, okay. We're in a title race. We're not saying. I didn't say we're going to win it. We're just in a race. We're in a race. Let's see what we can do. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, I
Let's
definitely
build
don't
on
think
it,
we're gonna
because-
win it.
Yeah, you're
That's-
there
yeah.
until it's impossible, and there is no pressure on Chelsea. Just like there's no pressure on Liverpool, the pressure is only on this.
Yeah,
guy,
there's
like-
don't tell me we must. Never tell me
Yeah.
we must.
I will
You
never.
must.
in
If
the
I
title
ever
race.
say, listen, I'll tell you the scenario where I say Chelsea, you must. If you're 15 points ahead in April, I'll tell you, okay, you must. Not now,
That's reasonable. Yeah.
but you're there though. Like, so how can I just ignore it? You're
Again,
literally there.
For me, it's just simply the fact that, like, I know, like, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, you guys have had blips before. It happens. But then you go on this mad run of wins where all of a sudden, where Liverpool wasn't in the race, now they're in the race. Arsenal, oh, a little patchy. Nope, right there. And then City, oh, this is that annual blip that they go through, and then they go on a mad run, and then they go on a mad run. With Chelsea, last season, we never did that. I don't think last season, outside of the last 5 games of the
What are you
season, we
talking
won
about
5
last
games in a
season
row.
for, though?
Well, no,
This is
because
new era.
these are the same players from last season, a good amount of them. So I'm thinking if the players, what my team is capable of, and when I look at what my team is capable of, I just don't know if my team is capable of from here until City winning every single one of those games. And if they can win every single one of those games,
I'll flip it, and I go, you say you don't know what the team is about, so how do you know we can't do what you're saying we can't do? You know what I mean?
Just basing it
You need
off
to
what we
flip
did
it
the
that
last
way
two
as well.
seasons. Yeah, I'm
that's
just
a
going
different
based
season.
off of what we did the last 2 seasons. I understand it's a different season than another manager, but for me,
That's because we have.
Can I ask
Andrew,
you guys a
come
question?
on, Andrew, come on, hold on. Before you ask that question, TJ.
Go ahead.
The other thing too is, Andrew, we know how this Chelsea team is in December's. These last few years, every time in December, it all falls apart. So that's why I'm saying, let me wait until December, because even our easy run of fixtures doesn't end at the end of December. We still have more going into January. But if we can get through December, where it seems like Chelsea always capitulate, then that tells me, okay, we finally got over this hump that we've been stuck on for years and ages. Then I can say, okay, you know what? This team's definitely in a title race, and they could win it. I don't think they're gonna, but they could.
I was gonna ask, like, is your lack of chess just due to the fact that you guys haven't taken down Big Six clubs? Like, I would say that your record against
It's
them
not
is
that.
going.
No, it's not that,
Well, here's
'cause-
the thing: is you're gonna get one tomorrow. You're gonna
Yeah.
slaughter them. But I
Yeah.
think that you guys got to start getting meaningful points against the Uniteds, against the Arsenals, against the against the Man Cities.
Yeah.
And
No,
then I would say if you guys win your return fixture against Man City, start talking with some chest.
Obviously, yeah, I agree with that. But for me, my lack of chess is just from the history of having bad Decembers. Like even with that UCL winning Tuchel team, we capitulated in December. Like December was when Lampard went into his bad stretch of form. December is usually the month of the year where Chelsea just like, we're in a title race, and then it just all falls apart. The wheels on the bus all fall off. So for me, it's more of that. Because listen,
I wasn't aware of that version of the song. Fair enough.
I personally think that even
then
if you
go
can't
round and round, that's the version.
it goes round and round until it falls off for Chelsea.
Then it
But
falls off.
for me, it's more December, because I still think you can win a title without necessarily beating the Big Six teams. I feel like the last few seasons, you look at Arsenal. Last season, you didn't beat City, but you were still in the title race. You drop points against Big Six.
The problem
teams.
is
against Liverpool, the ones you're competing with.
The problem wasn't us dropping points to Big Six teams. It was losing.
Exactly,
to Aston
and
Villa
City had the
twice.
same issue. So I still think
to West Ham at home. Keep going. Sorry.
if you're beating the teams you're supposed to be, I think you can stay in there. And if you're not, listen. If you're winning the small games and you're drawing against the teams you're competing with, when you draw against the teams you're competing with, if you're at the top and they're at the bottom, you move the same. It's the other games where you have to get the results, and that's where I think the title's decided. So I'm not worried about the Big Six.
Yeah.
I'm mostly worried about December.
Let me just give everyone a spoiler for tomorrow. Guys.
Oh boy.
Big up to Ed, who says Slot, I don't think lets them go to that game emotional like Klopp, let our team go in there. I hear you, but listen, I'll be honest with you, this whole emotional stuff is just fucking overhyped and overused. Last season, Ed, you were there on the watch along. We should have fucking beat them. Diaz had a fucking sitter.
Oh, yeah, Arsenal
Nunes
beat you.
missed a one-on-one as per usual. Dumb and Dumber from last year struck. It has nothing to do with emotions, to be honest with you. We really were better in like 90% of the games that we dropped points in, but some of this finishing was fucking dreadful, which is why I want to sign Marmoush in January. Let me give the chat a spoiler. I know a lot of you guys will be on the watch-alongs, inshallah, tomorrow. Tomorrow is White Sunday. Because Fulham is going to get something against
I want no part of this.
Can I just end the stream on my prediction? I let you both, I let all three of you speak. I just want to say one sentence and they interrupt me. Anyway, let me just say this sentence. We're ending the stream. Khalas, let me just say the sentence. Anyway, Andrew, can you just switch on your camera? Stop being a fucking drama queen. So,
I just don't want to
tomorrow,
be
guys,
part of that file. That's why I don't want to be part of that.
I will start from the start because these guys interrupted my great speech I prepared for the last minute of the show. Guys, tomorrow is White Sunday, innit? A lot of you guys will be there in the watch along. Fulham are going to get something against Arsenal. Smith Rowe is scoring. Iwobi is going to get GA. And Tottenham Hotspur, who have been Robin Hood of this league, and these frauds haven't beaten a top 6 sides once. I fully acknowledge Chelsea own Spurs. It's the most lopsided derby ever. They always win. However, Spurs, as soon as there is a top 6 game, turn into Real Madrid. I don't know how, but they do. Because Madison is like, oh, the whole world is watching. I want to do my darts celebration today. So he remembers how to play football. You get me? So there's a lot of things that happen. Tomorrow, I will be there, inshallah. Arsenal versus Fulham watch along. And I will be there, inshallah. Chelsea versus Spurs watch along. And when both the white clubs get something, just come back and tell me, Hussam, you were right. I should just listen to you, you know ball. I don't want much from you. It's free. Just tell me, Hussam, you know ball. Because you see, Spurs, when they turn into Real Madrid tomorrow, remember who told you this. Because they're dog shit. And then they went and turned into Real Madrid and beat City 4.
I
See
hope
Fulham tomorrow. Let me tell
You're
you,
talking to Deji.
Fulham is also scoring a set piece tomorrow. Anyway, big up
What,
to every single
corner?
one of you guys. Yes.
The irony.
Listen, guys, the leopard is hanging out in the tree.
Yes,
He got the meerkat.
Yeah, I made a quick edit. Shout out to my guy Casper who sent me this edit right here. As you guys can see, the lion is
That's hilarious.
surrounded
That's
by the
great.
hyenas. You get me? But we're just chilling. Leopard Nation is rising step by step.
So
There's no pressure on us. Big up my guy Castor for the edit. Big up to you, Castor. Made it on his iPad. Leopard Nation rise. You already know. We're just on the tree, just chilling. Big up to every single one of you guys. This was a fantastic show. Thank you so much to TJ. Thank you to Marshall. Thank you to Andrew. Thank you to
course.
Patrick and Ahmed as well. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. I'm going to be back, inshallah, tomorrow for both games. And we have Ahwa after. So much content coming your way. After, inshallah, an Arsenal L or draw and a Chelsea L or draw. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Also, TJ Warren TV is in the description. Go give him a subscribe. Casual FC is in the description. That's where you can find more of Marshall and Andrew. Please do give them a subscribe as well. AA United TV in the description. Subscribe to Clovis TV and subscribe to Patrick True City Fan TV as well. So love you all. Thank you guys so much. Big up to you, Ed and Zorro, the ungrateful city fraud. And see you guys later, man. Peace.